Right, grab your projects and settle in. Today I am going to work on my letter I fairy. So join me while I stitch. Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to the Unfinished Projects Club. My name is Jen, and today is time for another WIP Chat. I'm threading my needle while I'm talking. So today I'm going to work on a cross stitch project. Haven't done that in a little while. I am working on the letter I fairy for my stepdaughter. That, yes, is overdue. It'll get done. I promise. So how is everyone today? I'm so glad everyone is here. Hopefully you have something to work along beside me. If not, grab a drink. Do whatever it is you do when you listen to your WIP chats and settle in. I am not doing this the way I want to be doing this. It's been a little while since I've stitched on film, y'all. It's always a challenge. I have to start this thread. So, again, how's everyone doing today? All right, sorry, just looking at my pattern. Making sure I'm actually seeing what it is that I think I'm seeing. Hopefully everyone is well. We're finishing up our long weekend here. I have today off from work. So I enjoy that. Work's been slow, but who doesn't want an extra day off? Last week I had a meeting with a leader from another department, and it was on a Monday. It was his first thing he asked. How was your weekend? I'm like, never long enough. He goes, well, guess what? I can give you an extra day off next weekend. I'm like, oh, if you only could. But it was funny. You had to be there. But yeah, things are, same old around here. I say that every single week. I'm sure that there are much more exciting WIP chats out there, but I appreciate you all for tuning into mine. One day I'll have something exciting to report, I promise. But for now, same old around here. Kids are doing what kids do. Work has been work. Husband is good. Oops. Sorry, I had a knot. I totally get in the zone when I cross stitch, which is both good and bad because I'm not talking to you as much, am I? No, but the one thing work this week is I do have a class, which is fine, all well and good. But I also have my meeting with my supervisor to set my annual goals. All right, I come from education, and we don't so much have these, well, at least I never did, uh, personal annual reviews, setting our own goals, reviewing ourselves, um, writing our own performance reviews. I never had to do that until now. So I still, even though I've been where I'm with the company I'm with for 4 years now, still at a lack. I am always looking for ways to track all of that, to better prepare for that time of year, quote unquote, the time of year. How do you all track your work goals and accomplishments? Is there like a specific way that you are supposed to do it? Do you have like a system? I would love to hear it. I'm always looking for new ideas because, like I said, I'm never sure how the best way to track it is. I have like a note on my phone that I'm keeping. I want to double check something. Okay, I was making sure that nothing was knotted back there because that thread just felt snaggy. Anyway, yeah, I keep like a note on my phone. But the thing is that I don't even realize when there's like something I should be tracking, which maybe seems obvious to some people, but it isn't to me. Like, even this past week, she was checking in on me. We're prepping for this class. And I mentioned to her, oh yeah, I'm meeting with co-trainer and we're doing this, this, and this. And she goes, oh, excellent. Track that on your PAR. I'm like, really? That's just like doing my job. But okay. So yeah, I guess I have a hard time remembering what types of things do I track on there. I mean, I guess like even everyday little accomplishments. I mean, these are things that I do on the regular. I don't find them track worthy, but maybe I should be. Again, corporate world stuff is just different from the educational world. And maybe it's silly, but I honestly don't know the best way to go about this. So I would love to hear anybody's systems that they have in place. I mean, if I'm going to try something new to track goals and whatnot, now's the time of year to do it, right? Sorry, I'm just counting. Yeah, counting. Sorry. I have a lot of partial stitches in this area, quarter stitches, half stitches, and it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. So I wanted to make sure I didn't screw something up. I'm stitching around the fairy's face currently, and yeah, again, like I said, lots of partial stitches. Well, if you haven't joined me for a stitch and chat before, or a WIP and chat where I was stitching, or you're a little bit newer here, this is my letter I fairy. Pattern is from Nora Corbett. This is the same designer who designs those big Mirabilia patterns. You might be a bit more familiar with those. These are of the same genre, but they tend to be smaller. So under the banner of Nora Corbett, they are, like I said, generally a smaller pattern. For example, about here is the halfway point of this one. So yeah, this isn't huge, but it still uses all those partial stitches, beading, all the fun stuff. that Mirabilia patterns use. And I have been working on this for some time now. Well, not as long as I should have been, to be honest with you. I have actually made some decent progress, though, in the past few months. Even since the last time I filmed a WIP Chat featuring this project. But I do want to try and steadily work on it, because I have been making monogram type patterns for nieces, nephews, kids, stepkids, and this one's a little overdue. This is for my stepdaughter, and she graduated high school in May. So yeah, I'm a bit behind here. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Counting again. So now we're going to go down here, apparently. Yeah, that looks good. Anyway. Yeah, this is my stepdaughter's. And she graduated last May, so we are going on a year now, and I'm behind. And the problem is that I don't even get to like take a break once I finish with hers, because I have another niece and my son who graduate high school next year. So I have to get theirs completed. As soon as this one's done, I have to start in on the next. So it is what it is. It's a goal that I had set for myself some time ago, though, and you know what? I'm going to keep on keeping on. Okay, my threads are all screwed up here. Hopefully that's better now. I'm a lefty, so I'm trying really hard to keep my right hand under the hoop so it's not in y'all's way, because I have my camera to my right. If it's on my left, I'm going to bump into it. Like, so I have to have it on the other side here. Anywho, yeah, I have been getting some good progress done on my diamond paintings. As I said last week, I did finish the page I had the goal of finishing for my Escape to the Moon cross-stitch conversion. And then I also finished that January canvas that I was working on in last week's WIP Chat. So that's exciting. I'm also going to be able to make a wee bit more progress on my glistening wings cross-stitch conversion, because the drills showed up the other day. Very exciting. I did not have to wait that long at all for them. I mean, seriously, like maybe maybe like a week and a half, 2 weeks. So we will do a kit up on Saturday to get that ready to go. And that's essentially like meeting my other WIP Go goal for the month. So I'm going to call WIP Go for January a success. We will get new calls for what our February goals are on the 25th. So I still got a little while yet. So yeah, since I've made some diamond painting progress, I am going to work on some cross stitch. Maybe even a crochet project, who knows? What are you working on this week? My sister called me this morning. She's been helping my mother clean her basement. We, the females in my family, have a hard time letting go of things. I would not classify us as hoarders, but we do need a good decluttering organization and help in our family. So she's been helping my mom with that. I don't live near my mother, so I cannot really do much beyond be a source of moral support. But she was talking about they've been going through the Christmas stuff, that my mom has bins and bins and bins of Christmas stuff. Some of it is from our childhood. And so part of it was deciding what she wants to keep, what she wants to let go of. And then, if it's something that she wants to let go of and it's something like from our childhood, letting my brother and I, who aren't as active participants in this decluttering process, know, so that we can decide if it's something we want to keep or that we want to take off our hands. So yeah, we were just talking about things decorations we remember from when we were kids. Like there's this red ceramic house my mom painted that lights up. I mean, it just sits like on a regular old light bulb, but it's got that. There's just a specific look to it. It's like, it looks crystally. It's ceramic, but she used like a coating on it to make it give it that glittery snow look. But I remember this house so much. I think she used to put it in my bedroom when I was a little girl. And I told my sister, if you run across that and she's going to get rid of it, you set that aside for me. She also found one of my stockings from childhood. This stocking is like linked to a specific event. One of the only plays that my elementary school put on at Christmas time was called The Blue Angel. And each class had a different role in this play. And in our class, we were called the gift bearers, not gift bearers, which is what I originally thought. I remember coming home and telling my mom, I need a gift bearer costume. She was flipping out. She's like, I have to give you a bear costume? What? No, gift bearer. We just dressed up in nice outfits, that's all. But one of the gift bearers was chosen to give the king the blue angel. And they just kind of did like a random draw to figure out which of us kids was the one that was holding the blue angel. And lo and behold, it was me. It's just so funny the things you remember. But yeah, so I was the one chosen to give the king the blue angel. And so I have this stocking from my childhood where it's like a knit looking stocking and it's got a blue background and angels on it. And my sister showed it to me. We FaceTimed earlier since we both had the day off. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's my stocking. And my husband's like, we don't need any more stuff. I'm like, it's a stocking. One stocking. He knows that I also have inherited the unfortunate tendency to collect. What's the memorabilia that you remember from your childhood? Christmas or not Christmas, it doesn't matter. I remember certain decorations my mom would always put out. She did ceramics when I was younger, so like we had a nativity set that she painted. It was actually my grandfather's, but when he passed away, she took it back, and so I always remember that. There was another nativity set she painted for my other set of grandparents that when on my dad's side, when my uncle, my dad's brother, passed away and they went through the house, they found this nativity set and I have it. She gave it to me because I would be the only kid to remember this nativity set from our family because my brother and my sister were not born when those grandparents passed away. So I have that, but it's not just like the pieces or the decorations, it's the smells. Like we had candles that would have a certain smell, and you know how it smells so vividly unlock memories. I can attest to that for sure. If I just think of the smell, it's like, oh yeah. When I used to make soap, one thing I was always on the lookout for was the perfect Christmas tree scent. Because growing up, we always had a real tree. As an adult, I've never been able to have a real tree. My ex-husband was allergic to God's green earth. And then now, it's just, we just don't want to deal with it. So we have an artificial tree, but that perfect Christmas tree smell is very hard to come by. And I finally found it one time. I made a pine scented soap, and I still have the bottle of fragrance for it if I ever wanted to make something else scented like that, because it is the perfect. But when I made the soap, my dad, Lordy, he just kept the soap on his nightstand so he could smell it. He never would use it. He just wanted to smell it. For memories. 1 second, y'all. Just checking the pattern again. Alrighty. All the way down. Okay. We're going to be going down. So speaking of old memories, do you have any friends from your childhood you still keep in touch with? I actually do. I'm very proud to say my best friend growing up, we literally have known each other since birth, and we are still close. I have another really good friend that I've known her since kindergarten, and that we are also still very close. And I just saw her over the Christmas holiday. She gave me, in my last video, the mini diamond painting organization video, I pointed out the 80s mini dazzle set. She gave me that. She also gave me a mug that says Queen of the Unfinished Projects, because she knows she's a subscriber of this channel. Hey, Jenny. But anyway, my other friend I was mentioning, my friend from my birth, Facebook memories got me the other day. There was a picture I took when I split up with my first husband. You know, I don't live near my family. I'm down in Virginia. They're up in Western New York. When I split up with him, though, I finally just moved out. She came down, she also still lives in Western New York, to help me move. Without a question, just was like, okay, when are you moving? I'll be there. I will never ever forget that. But anyway, there's a picture I took of her with my kids, my boys, that weekend, and it showed up on my Facebook memories yesterday. I had to copy it and send it to her. I'm like, okay, picture is 11 years old. Look how little they are. She's like, how is this possible? I don't know. I don't know how it's possible. Man, 11 years. Crazy. She didn't go to the same elementary school as I did. I went to a private school. It was right across the street from where my house was. But when I moved into public schools and went to our district, you know, junior high / middle school, she and I would walk to school together because that was back in the day when they made you walk about a mile to school. We lived just outside the bus zone to junior high. We had to walk 10 blocks. And she was always a year ahead of me in school, so she moved on to high school a year before I did. But so I had to do that walk by myself my last year. Although I think that was the year I broke my foot. So I was on crutches for a good portion of the year. So I'm sure I did not walk. I have a feeling I had my parents come and get me. I don't remember. That's kind of scary. I feel like this is not on. This only goes down until it's one stitch up from this side. I'm just double checking myself. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. All right. Yay. And that's all I've got over here for this color. Might be very close to finishing that color. I have only things at the bottoms for this color, but other than that, so I'm going to end this thread. Lordy, I am blind. There we go. All right, so ended the thread. Let me mark off my stitches. I generally do not like marking on my actual pattern. I try and make a working copy, but this one I could not get a good working copy of it due to the partial stitches. I just could not get those to image very well into my scan. So I had to just bite the bullet and use the actual pattern. Very sad, very sad. All right. Let's see, where do we want to go to next? Oh, I also did those ones. Hold on a second. There. Where do I want to go to next? Like I said. I'm just marking things off left and right here, aren't I? There. I guess I could do that. Work on the wing over here a little bit. Yeah, so what is that color? That is hydrangea. Okie dokie. So who watching now is a cross stitcher versus who is intrigued by it but thinks they can't do it? I started cross stitching before diamond painting, but one kind of led me to the other, incidentally. Kind of, I guess I can't even say led me to. I cross stitched, like I've mentioned this before, I started cross stitching back like in junior high. So like late 80s. Essentially kind of bought a little mini kit, taught myself, and it was all history from there. Fell in love with it, kept going. Stopped doing it regularly probably college-ish. Just checking to see where I want to be. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, probably stopped doing it around college years. Yep, that's gonna be it. But I always had, I had my stuff. So I know even when I was married the first time, I had all my things. But I don't remember really regularly stitching even when I was first married. A lot of that stuff is gone. I think it was left behind when we split up, and when my husband sold the house, he just kind of threw out whatever he wasn't going to take. Or my ex-husband, I should say. So like all of my old stitching stuff, I think that's what happened to it all. Either that or I left it at my parents' house and it got destroyed during one of the great basement floods. I couldn't tell you for sure. But I don't have any of it. So like all the patterns and things that I collected way back in the day in junior high and high school, I don't have. Some of them I've been able to find again, like secondhand. I'll have to go through my patterns someday and show you some of the old patterns that I rebought just because I had them back then and I was gonna make them. One of them is that, if you remember from the bin clean out video, I found a cross stitch pattern for a calendar, the what are those called? The ones that you just change the dates on it, so it's always good. Perpetual calendar. Yeah, so one of them was for that. And I found it on eBay one time, and I bought it again. So I'll have to go through my patterns and show you some of those old ones sometime. But yeah, so I didn't cross stitch, and like I said, I lost all my stuff, and then I found diamond painting back in like 2017, 2018. I saw a video, probably on Facebook, advertising for diamond paintings. Oh, I had a knot back there. Oh well. That always irritates me. Anyway, and it looked interesting. I don't know what company it was advertising for. Heck, it might have even been Diamond Art Club. I always say that I started diamond painting pre-Diamond Art Club. But this might have been like one of their first advertisements. I don't know. But either way, I did what everybody does when they find an ad on Facebook. They go on Amazon to see if they can find the same product. So yes, I found diamond paintings on Amazon. And that's how I started diamond painting. And then through my explorations, learned of cross-stitch conversions and full coverage cross-stitch patterns, which drove me back into cross-stitch. So cross-stitch didn't make me discover diamond painting, but diamond painting brought me back to cross-stitch. Of course, I had to like start from scratch because I did not have a stash anymore. But now I have enough for, a few lifetimes. More patterns than I will ever stitch. I'm just making sure I'm not making that worse. Okay. I've apparently given up stitching one-hand or two-handed. It's okay, I'm probably going faster this way. Not worrying about being fancy. Always get caught on the needle minder. So what do you all have going on this week? Work-wise, like I said, I have a training class. And I am prepping for that boot camp. I got the the go-ahead to participate in. Gotta take a couple classes for that, just to familiarize myself with some programs that I am not so much familiar with, but I need to be. I'm gonna continue working on this project. And like I said, I'm gonna kit up my glistening wings, which is a cross stitch conversion. I am doing stitches to sparkle style. And I will make sure to film that because I'm kind of bringing you along for the ride with that project. So that will be Saturday's video. I tried doing an ASMR video last week, just sitting down at the table one night diamond painting. If you haven't seen it, I invite you to take a look and just give me your thoughts on it, like any improvements I could make to that style of video, what was good, what was bad, I I would love to hear from you all. Okay, hold on a second. I'm counting again. Okay. I don't think the kids have anything major going on. Anything major. Yes, our life around here is just not all that exciting these days. It's actually kind of good. Shouldn't complain. I know girl child does start her spring semester this week. The boy, my oldest, already did a couple weeks back. So both college kids will be back at it officially. But yeah. I think the husband and I are going to try and put together a cleaning schedule. Kids aren't around as much anymore, so instead of, gearing it toward around when they're going to be around, we just need to sit down and like, okay, this day we're going to do this day we're going to do that. It's been something I have been lamenting about a lot. Just, trying to get more things done around the home while I sit here and cross stitch. What I need is my sister to come here and help me declutter like she is my mom. I don't think she's going to make the commute, though. I'm going to finish up these last 4 stitches of this color, and then we're going to call it good. Sorry, I'm trying to untangle this thread. I have 4 stitches left, and it's going to tangle up on me. So again, thank you all for joining me. In the comments below, let me know, what did you work on while I stitched? Did you have your own project you were doing? Were you just was I just background noise while you straightened up the house or ran errands? I'd love to hear it. Either way, I hope it was just a nice break for you. I sure did appreciate the time. But yeah, I will be back on with Saturday's video, which again will be a kit up, and then another WIP Chat next week. So I hope you will all join me. Until then, happy stitching. I will see you next time. Bye.